So again, welcome to our 2023 Fall Teacher Prep, Catholic School Teacher Prep Open House session. And I like to start with who are we as an LMU School of Education, what it is that we do, what are we known for? And Dr. Lauren Casella touched a little bit on this with our Center for Catholic Education and the great work we do across dioceses. But our mission in a nutshell is that we cultivate teachers, leaders, and mental health professionals who ignite change in schools and communities. And we encourage them to, in their own right, in their own communities, to foster a more just and inclusive world for all. So when we're asked who are our Catholic school teachers, leaders, and educators, they're extraordinary educators and they're fearless trailblazers because they aim to make change and impact one student at a time every day at their school site. So we're supported by our overarching university mission, and we really take this seriously in the School of Education, which has three pillars: the education of the whole person. So we form our teachers, our Catholic school teachers, to not only teach, but to also form disciples in our Catholic schools in today's world. The commitment to lifelong learning. So once you come to LMU and you graduate and you leave LMU, we encourage you to keep learning beyond the bluff. And service and justice for all. So that kind of ties back into that notion of inclusivity and just providing an education for all those who desire one, especially those who want an education in a Catholic school. So why LMU School of Education? Just a couple of quick stats and facts about the School of Education. We're ranked number 70 in the country from about over 500 schools of education that make up this report in U.S. News and World Report. So we're in the top. Highest ranked Catholic School of Education in the state of California. We're the second highest ranked Jesuit University School of Education in the country, and there's 28 Jesuit universities in the country. And we're the second highest ranked private school of education in California. We are the first school of education in California to receive CAPE National Accreditation. So this is huge. This is why we have a large network of Catholic educators who come through our programs because of our rankings and these facts and figures here on the screen today. The unique qualities of our past place Catholic school teacher prep and all of our teacher preparation programs is the integration of clinical practice and coursework. So we won't just teach you theory, we show you how that's done, and we lend you the spaces in our Catholic schools to be able to apply that knowledge and theory in the classroom, as you are currently doing in your own classrooms. Your clinical practice is supported during your credential year, and that is done through the fieldwork courses that will then lend itself to you attaining a preliminary California teacher credential in the state of California. Our candidates are prepared to work with all learners. So this is embedded again throughout our courses. It's a requirement for our accreditation. That's why we're top ranked. That's why we're accredited, in that all of our courses that we offer include strategies to work with students with special needs and to bring them into the general education classroom. So we do things differently at LMU. We do not isolate our different learners. We bring them all together, and our coursework is geared towards meeting the needs of all learners. Our program is designed for the full-time Catholic school teacher in the sense that our coursework is in a hybrid online model. And what that means is that all of your coursework will be completed online, so you don't have to come to the LMU campus. And they're synchronous and asynchronous sessions. We typically say 60-40. So over the course of 15 weeks in the semester, 60% of that 15 Saturdays will be live Zoom sessions, and the other 40% will be asynchronous, where your professor might post an assignment for you to complete or a discussion board for you to complete on Brightspace. That's our learning management tool that we use in the School of Education. And of course, faculty who are experts in their field and are committed to blending theory and practice. So that's what makes us stand out as a School of Education. Now, the types of credentials that we offer through our CAS program are multiple subject and single subject. So multiple subject would be if you're in a self-contained classroom, PK through 5. You're an expert in all content areas, and our single subject are departmentalized 6 through 12, so junior high and high school, and you're looking to become that expert and gain a preliminary teaching credential in one content area, whether it's English, math, science, or the social sciences. We offer what we call a true 1+1 model. So CAST students, CAST members can do the credential as a standalone program, and that takes 1 year starting in summer session 2. Or you can do the 1+1 model where in the first year you do your credential classes, and then that's transferred into our Master of Arts in Transformative Education. And there are 4 concentrations in that Master of Arts program. And so you can get the teaching credential and the master's in 2 years. Most of our CAST members who come to our program do the 1+1 model, meaning committing to 2 years. First year credential, second year Master of Arts. But we do want our prospective students to know that if you may have a master's already, you can do the credential as a standalone credential program in 1 year and still benefit from the generous scholarships that we offer for the CAST program. You can be admitted to the credential or the MA. And like I said before, the courses in year 1 from the credential apply to your Master of Arts program. So just a really quick overview of program options. Your option will be Credential 1 only. You can start as early as spring. Applications are currently open. We're still accepting applications for the spring of 2024. Option B would be the MA only. You already have a credential and you want to get a master's. You can also do that, and that's over 2 years. You'll still enroll in the same coursework with the exception of fieldwork. There will be no fieldwork courses for you because you already are a credential teacher in the state of California. And the option C is the credential and the master's program, which again is 2 years and is the most popular option that our candidates enroll in because they want both the credential and the master's. Once you move on to year 2 in your master's, you'll have a concentration. These are the 4 concentrations that we offer to our CAST students. Educational administration and policy, if you want to go the principalship route in a Catholic school, or you want to engage in policy work in education. The second concentration is digital learning. We have language and culture, which includes a bilingual authorization. So if your concentration is language and culture, you can graduate with a teaching credential, with a master's, and the bilingual authorization. So you can walk away with 3 things from this program. And then the 4th concentration is disability studies and inclusive education. There's also a collaborative action-based research project where you work in groups of 3 to 4 to implement the findings in your school or community. That's why we call it an action-based research project. And that's taken in the master's second year of the program. And there's more focus on it in the last semester of your work with us at LMU through the CAST program. The credential requirements, you do not need to worry about all of this when you are applying to the CAST program. Basic skills requirement is usually met through your coursework or the CBEST if you've taken that, or SAT, ACT, or AP scores. So there's multiple ways to meet this. This is one of the few requirements that you need to have completed starting the program. And like I said, there's a few ways to get this completed. So most of our candidates come in to our program with that completed already. The rest of the credential requirements are usually completed within the first semester, and it's broken down. There's a lot of support through our credential office and our CAST program director and advisors to get all of these requirements completed. So this is not something that you have to worry about through the application process. You can apply and be admitted to the program without having these completed. It's just we tend to put this up there for you to kind of see what are some of the requirements once you're enrolled in the program. Ensure you're on track to get your credential within the first year. So the funding piece, CAST students receive a generous scholarship in the Los Angeles Archdiocese. That's 50% that the School of Education offsets from your tuition thanks to generous donors. And then we say students may qualify for additional tuition support through Title II funds. That's not available in your first semester. It would be after your first semester. So if you start in the spring, you won't be eligible for Title II funding until the summer. Or if you start in the fall, you won't be able for Title II funding in the fall until the spring. That's just how that works. And that is a collaboration between your school principal, the Archdiocese, and our School of Education Financial Aid Office for Title II funding. We say may qualify because it's up to 20% in addition to the 50%, but not all candidates get that additional 20%. Again, it's dependent upon your principal and what they use their Title II funding for, and how available and ready available it is by the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. We have a robust financial aid office, and federal loans are available if you need them, and we connect you with our financial aid counselors to walk you through that process. Just a general overview, Play Score is similar to CAST, again, with the exception that you live in community and you commit to teaching for 2 years. You have to complete the credential and the master's because it's a 2-year commitment. Like CAST, you also enroll in the same coursework. So as a CAST student, you will be taking classes with placers, but placers live in community with others and they commit to 2 years. And their funding and financial model is slightly different. I'd say the only difference is that the PLACE program is more geared towards people who are single and don't have a family, because you can commit to living in community with other like-minded educators who are going through this cohorted program together over 2 years. So that's what our PLACE program is like. If you want to find out more information about that, you can ask towards the end. I know all of us here are interested in a CAST program. So let's jump straight to our application requirements: personal statement, resume, verification of employment, because for CAST, you are required to already have a full-time employment in a Catholic school to join this program. We need your official transcripts from all colleges and universities attended. So if you went to a community college and you took an algebra course there or a writing course, we will ask for those official transcripts because those can help you to waive your CBEST. Your recommendation from your principal is crucial because we need to ensure that you're working in a Catholic school and your principal is going to support you through this CAST program, this 1 to 2 year commitment. Your CAST candidate agreement form, which can be found in the application. You download that form, fill it out, your principal must sign it, and then you re-upload that to your application portal. There's a section to re-upload it. 3.0 GPA for undergrad and your application fee. So just a few important dates. If you're considering starting in the spring, which there's still time, like I said, to do that, the deadline to apply is Friday, December 1st. Your orientation for CAST and first day of spring classes are on Saturday, January 6th, 2024. So that will be one of those live on Zoom classes. And then it kind of fluctuates throughout the semester when you have synchronous and when you have asynchronous classes. Thank you for considering our LMU CAST program. That kind of brings us to the end of our presentation. For the remainder of the time, Dr. Lauren Casella and I will be here to answer any of your specific questions. Now is the time to ask us questions. And always feel free to reach out to us via email. Now is not the only time to ask us questions, but I've said a lot already, so we want to hear from you if specific questions you have.